Shalom guys, and welcome to another video. And in this video we're going to talk about homeschooling. I'm going to try my best to get through it with this new baby here. He's 12 days out and he just loves to cuddle. So I'm going to let him because they grow so fast. I just want to start out by saying I am going to try to break this up into sections and hopefully we can get through this. But I'm so excited to make another video with baby on the outside. So let's get started. The first topic I want to definitely talk about is homeschooling your way. Homeschooling, there is no specific way to homeschool. Homeschooling is something that you do that works for you and your family, for your situation, your individual child's needs, especially if you have more than one. Also, in a way to where mom is not overly overwhelmed, overburdened, and where mom still is making sure she's taking care of herself. I think with mom being the teacher, it's very important that she's gentle with herself, especially if you're postpartum, and especially if you have more than one child. And especially when your living situation is just totally different from what society says it should be. As you all know, we are a full-time RV family of 6, and so far, so great. So I just want to make sure we cover that there's no certain look that homeschooling should be. Here in our rig, we have different areas where they can homeschool, and I want to make sure that they are comfortable. You will hear the children, they're right there in their room. But there is different areas in the RV where they can do their work. It depends on what makes them comfortable what makes them comfortable that day. If they're not focused, I will move them to an area by themselves. If they're doing great and they just want to chill out and do it, they can come on the couch, they can sit on the floor, or go under the bunk and sit on their pillow, whatever. And so being that we do live in a smaller area, I do give them the freedom to do homeschooling where they're most comfortable. Sometimes we'll take it outside, where, you know, if we pull up to an area that has a picnic table, we'll do homeschooling outside. And sometimes homeschooling just totally does not have to do anything with a computer, pencil, or paper. So the homeschool the way that makes everyone in the house more comfortable. With Jeremiah, he likes to be with everyone when he homeschools. Sometimes Peyton likes to go off by herself and she needs her space. So again, what makes it comfortable for everyone is the way you should homeschool your children. Well, we are going to start doing a 2-week on, 1-week off homeschooling session in the state of Tennessee. Now you need to look up your state, what the laws are. We are stationed right now in Tennessee. We have been in Tennessee for a couple of years, and I roll with the laws of Tennessee. Now, a lot of people may ask, what do you do when you move and you go head on to another part of the United States? We are getting a virtual address. Pretty much that's where it makes it possible for you to sign up for insurance, car insurance, health insurance, if you're a voter, the homeschooling things, all that kind of stuff, you know, car registrations. It'll come to that virtual mailbox, which does actually go to a mailbox pickup place that sends it to you for wherever you are. But it allows us to keep a Tennessee address so I can keep my children enrolled with the Tennessee homeschooling laws, if that makes sense. I think I'm saying a lot. Okay. But know the laws for the area that you are in. Okay. So let's make that clear. Now, we are going to do, like I said, 2 weeks on, 1 week off, so that, again, we can clear ourselves for travel days and things like that. Plus, I personally know that if I get overwhelmed, I shut down, I go into a dark place. And being that I know that about myself, I have to be careful with myself. I have to be gentle with myself. I have to understand that I'm a mom of 4 that is at home all day, most of the time alone with my children. And it's not like there's much of a break, only because I am their teacher. I'm their cafeteria lady, their PE teacher, their school bus driver, their mother, their everything. And so I have to be gentle with myself, and that week off gives me time to regroup and get things together. Now, like I said, every year it may switch up, it may switch out. What may work for you last year may not work for you this year. So don't beat yourself up if you're like, all right, cancel this subscription, this didn't work. That's fine. As long as they're learning, as long as you're following the laws of the state that you live in, mama, you're doing good. So keep it going. The section we're going to go over is curriculums. As far as the curriculum is concerned, I am going to say it may change every year until they graduate. You just have to figure out where that child is that year. One year they may do good with the computer. The next year they may want to use computer and a book. Another year they may be just tired of the computer. Another year they may want to do more hands-on. I have a 7-year-old and a 4-year-old, a 2-year-old and a 12-day-old. So of course he's not homeschooling. The 2-year-old does do slight work, but we definitely keep it simple for me and for him, with the colors and the shapes, the days of the week, his name, his brothers and sisters, where he lives, who mommy and daddy is, who granny, all those things. With Peyton, she is a little advanced for a 4-year-old, so she is in she's in a kindergarten book, 5 to 6-year-old book. And she does fantastic. Now, yes, she has times where she may not know something, and that's totally fine. That's the best part of homeschooling. We can take some time, backtrack a little bit, and move forward when she's ready. As far as the curriculum is concerned, with my age group that I have, I do not want to spend I don't want to spend a lot of money on it, because at their age, I can teach them everything that they know. Send me a list of what a child at that age needs to know, and with a list of what they need to know for the next grade, and I normally double up on where they're at and where they need to be for next year, so they can kind of have a head start. And the reason why I want them to have a head start is because, for one, when you're homeschool, you don't have as many students, so you can, once they got it, move on. You can go at a faster rate. At the same time, with us being a full-time RV family, on travel days, it just gets hectic. Things happen, and there's a lot of times not time to pull out a computer or pull out a book and get the work done. Peyton, let's be kind. Okay, Mama's doing a video. Can you hush for a second? She think I'm playing with her. So, like I said, on travel days, there's not always time to stop and do schoolwork. Now, a lot of people, would say, yeah, you can do your schoolwork in the truck, but I have a child that gets motion sickness. That ain't gonna work. I don't need him throwing up in the truck. So when I know that we have like a feast day coming up, I cut it. We may do something as far as something pertaining to that feast day, but as far as ABC 1, 2, 3, at multiplication, addition, we cut that out, because we like to take our focus to what's important at that moment, which is the feast days that our Father of Heaven has given us to participate in. So feast days, travel days, the days where we're going to go to national parks, hiking, museum days, we totally cut the computer and the paperwork. So when we do have feast days, I would like them to focus on that feast day that Abba has given us to participate in, and because I want them to really take it into their heart and understand the reasons why we're doing these feast days, and to enjoy the activities that we have planned for them for that moment. And like I said, for travel days, stuff happens. So for my mental stability, I cut the schoolwork and we focus on getting to our next destination. What I want to quickly go over is internet while in an RV. And it's important because I do have a child that is an online student, Jeremiah, and we have to have internet service. Now, when we first moved into the RV, we had a different internet carrier. I will not say their name, because just because they didn't work for us, that does not mean they're a bad company. So I'm not going to mention who they were. But we now just went on ahead and went with Verizon. And the reason why we went with Verizon is because we literally just wanted the hotspots. So with my husband's phone, my phone, that's 2 hotspots on outside of what the data we use for our actual phones are. You get it? So like you have your data for your phone, and then you can be a personal hotspot to another device that you need it to be. Now, we also added this jetpack. This jetpack, we got a really good deal on it, so I'm not going to mention the price because I don't know if that's something they still have available. But the jetpack, again, is from Verizon, and it's just a mobile hotspot. It comes with 15 gigs of high-speed internet, and after the 15 gigs, it goes down to a slower speed. Understand, that does not mean that it does not work. It's just slow. I have learned that we have 2 smart TVs in the house, and this TV right here is just hooked up on a Fire Stick. I have realized the Fire Stick struggles more with the lower speed of internet, but these 2 smart TVs does perfectly fine on the lower speed. So how do we work that out? 2 phones, my husband's phone and my phone, and then the jetpack. How do we work that out in the rig? With having my laptop, my husband has a tablet, I have a tablet, my children, all of them have tablets. We have the school laptop, and we have 3 TVs that all work on internet because we don't have regular cable service because we don't want to be tied down to that. So this is what we do. My phone, since I'm home most of the time, my phone is used for all internet purposes, pretty much all the TVs ongoing. So we run through the 15 in no time because we do watch a lot of YouTube. We do watch a lot of YouTube, so because they use it for their workouts in the morning. We use the YouTube for meditation music at night and in the morning. Nap time, we listen to meditation music. You know, I watch my Hebrew lessons on YouTube. I listen to my favorite Bible study lessons on YouTube. All of that. So we use mine continually. When my husband's home, whenever we want to do like a movie night, or they want to watch a movie, we want to watch a movie, we use his just for a specific reason of like date nights, movie nights, family movie nights, things like that. That way it's a clear picture and we don't have to worry about it buffering or anything like that. Again, even though once my 15 gigs is used, I don't have a problem with the internet still working. So this bigger TV struggles a little bit because it's on a Fire Stick, but the other 2 smaller TVs in my room and in the children's room works perfectly fine, and it is clear after the 15 gigs. The jetpack is only used for school or if we have paperwork to do. And so far, every month, we do not run out of the 15 gigs. Once Jeremiah is done with the internet on schoolwork, we turn it off, put it up. If I have some work to do, I need a faster speed, need to download YouTube videos or something, download it, turn it off. So we allocate each mobile hotspot for a certain reason, and it has worked perfectly for us. If it's starting out to work, I will let you guys know. That's it, guys. If I have missed something, definitely comment below. I will definitely come back and do a part 2 of homeschooling in RV full time. There will be some clips in throughout this video about how the books I use, the curriculum I use for Jeremiah, and how I do their homeschooling packet. But other than that, that is it. And I thank you guys so much for continuing to watch our videos. And again, if you're wanting to support this, if we are being beneficial to you, if we're helping you with ideas or inspiration to come out of your box, inspiration to go ahead and do full-time, no matter how many children you have. If we are inspiring you, because we are doing this for a couple of reasons, documenting our journey so that we can see where we came from, for one, but so we can also be a light to God's people. To know that if you step out on faith, because he does not lie, and you do what he says, which is follows his law, statutes, and commandments, you can go ahead and unbox yourself, okay? Because he got you from there. Do what he say, he got you. So we definitely want to be a light showing you that, because this has definitely been, maybe one day we can do a whole video of where it started, the process my husband had to go through to sell his business to where we are today, how he found work now, and what we do plan on doing in the future. So If you guys are interested in that, like I said, definitely let us know. We will be doing a video when he gets some time to sit down with me and get that done. But if we are inspiring you in any way, the free way to support us is just simply subscribe, share, comment, click the notification button, participate in these videos. But if you want to give a little more, definitely check out our Patreon page. It is something that we have just started not too long ago, and small donations allows us to up our game in showing you the different things, ins and outs of this RV life with all these kids. Also, last but not least, we have merch available, and I will leave the link available below for that. So all praise to the Most High. I'm thankful that I am able to do this video. He slept all the way through. Other than that, you guys have a blessed, lightful day, and Shalom. Here, I want to take some time and go into detail on the curriculum and the books that we use for our school year. So please stay tuned. I'm going to be going over how we are gearing up to homeschool for 2020-2021. As we all know, each year you have to modify your homeschooling method to work better for you, your current situation, and the children's learning style. So if you're interested in something like this, stay tuned. Last year, we did do this curriculum for both Peyton and Jeremiah. This year, I decided to take Peyton off. She's 4 years old, and I've noticed that she really doesn't need online education right now. I could teach her everything that she needs, and these two books are definitely helping me. Anything extra that I see that she needs, I just go online, find what I need, print it off, and I put it in her notebook, which we will go over in just a second. I did decide to keep Jeremiah, which is in the 2nd grade, on this curriculum here. This is by Time for Learning. I'll try to leave the information below. And I went through Time for Learning to sign up. And then Excelius, I think it's pronounced, is the curriculum that we used. Let's go into this really quickly. I absolutely love this curriculum because it gives him the videos that he needs here in classes. Last year I gave him 7 subjects. It was a little too much because I also added Hebrew learning, and I also added Bible. So that was pretty much like 9 subjects, way too much for him. He was he was pretty much overwhelmed. It was just a lot, and it actually overwhelmed me as well because I have to sit here and help him with this. A lot of it he can just sit and listen to videos, because you're going to click on class, and then you say, for instance, click on math. You click on science, whatever, and comes up with videos that he just sits and learn and go over himself, okay? Which he absolutely loves, his independent learning time. So that's how you work that. Here, when you click on progress, it does go over how many steps you need to do in a week and how far you've gotten today. Today, he hasn't done any work because I'm still going over their packets, but today he would do 2 steps. Now, I'm actually going to make him do 4 to 6 steps. The steps are not long. They're like 2 to maybe 6 minutes a piece. And the reason why I'm having him do triple the work is because we're going to start a 2-week on, 1 week off homeschooling plan. Okay. So, and that goes with each subject. So if you click on math, it'll say that math has 2 steps, and you can actually log into the parent side and pick how many steps you want them to do per week. I also like that this program keeps up with the, we started school on the 20th, and it keeps up with what subjects they did each day. When you log into the parent side, it'll tell you how many hours in each subject, which is very important because here in Tennessee, you have to have 180 days worth of schooling, and you have to do at least 4 hours a day to meet the requirements to homeschool. Okay, so I like that this automatically keeps up with everything. I also love that it automatically keeps up with his score of everything that he's done. This is all classes, but you can actually break it down to each individual class to see why he got an 88 in language arts, and we all see that he's doing great in social studies. But like I said, the school year just started, so he only is at 3, 4, and 6%. but as you continue, it will go up. But you can definitely log in to the parent side. Parent. You can definitely log into the parent side and get more detailed content on that child. Like I said, I took Peyton off because being 4 years old, she just didn't need that. But that is the curriculum that we use. Absolutely love it because, like I said, it keeps it with the attendance, the score, and it gives him work. Now, we use just this compact computer. I like it because it's actually really durable with kids. They have dropped it already a couple times. And I like that it comes, trying to do this with one hand, it actually comes apart. It could be just a regular tablet and they can use it as such if need be. I really don't let them use this for anything but schoolwork, and I really don't let them take it apart because they have tablets they can use for that kind of stuff. So that's what we use for their curriculum. Now, and we just usually carry it around in this little bag that we got from Amazon, and I just put Butlers Academy Homeschool on it. It has their charger, and like I said, it protects their case if we're on the road and I want them to do some work in the car. Now, doing work in the car, they need internet. What internet do we use? We use Verizon Jetpack. We don't have what is she talking about? Let's close her up. What is she talking about? We don't have any problems with this, okay? You've gotten some bad reviews, some good reviews. We have no issues with our Verizon Jetpack. It comes unlimited internet service, but you only get 10 gigs of high speed. After that, it goes down to 600. On the laptop for Jeremiah and for Peyton, we use this. But let's stick with Jeremiah for just a second. Like I said, he's 7 years old and he is in the 2nd grade. So when school first started, what I did was I got these little pre-test workbooks. I don't remember where I got them from. I honestly think I got these from the dollar store a year ago, and I got all grades because I didn't know if I would find them again. If I go back to the dollar store and I find them, I will let you guys know. But it's literally the Dollar Tree that I got these. And sometimes Target has some of these, the Dollar Tree, and I haven't seen them anywhere else. But Target and the Dollar Tree is where I have seen these test prepped for the different grades. But what I did was, being that he just left the 1st grade, I made him go through here and I made him do all these pages so I could see where he left off at in the 1st grade. I know we need to work on some abbreviations, but he's doing great. And I dated it so I can know what day and keep up with what we did on which day. Okay, so we went through that and we did it for the math and we did it for the language arts part. Some of them I did make note that he needs to work on some things. That way I can go back through them this year with him. And then actually I'm going to get another one of these if I can find it again. He's going to do pretty much like a pre-test for the 2nd grade one. Whatever he don't know, it's cool. It's just, I just want to see where you are. So that's what I use these for, to see where you ended off and what you're ready for the 2nd grade. Now, what I do is I take this and I build a packet in his notebook. And I'll show you his notebook in just a second, to kind of get him started on what he did not remember and what he needs to learn. Anything in the curriculum that he uses that he's not doing really well at, I take that and I build that on top as well in his notebook. I'll show you how to do the notebook in just a second. Let's move on to Peyton. Peyton is 4 years old, but Peyton has already mastered all of her ABCs and her numbers, colors, basic stuff, days of the week, all that, the stuff that we're going to teach Noah, which he is 2 years old. So give me just a second. With Peyton, like I said, I got these off of Amazon and I wanted to get her something that she is happy to open and to use. And so she loves all things unicorn, rainbows, donuts, and all that. So this is what I found. Now it says ages 5 to 7, but she's well ready for these books. And so in these books, it doesn't just go over ABCs, but it actually goes over words. And that's what I want her to get started on. So she's already got started on the word a and all and am and are. And we actually have it posted there on the window, and she likes that window to be open when she eats breakfast. So I started to post her words there so she can see them all the time. So that's what we started with on her learning to read. And then math, it starts really simple at just her tracing numbers. Now she has a hard time writing 2s, and she could do much better on her 3s. And a lot of times she just bull craps over her words because she thinks she knows it all. But that's when I take what she's having a hard time with, I go online, find something. So let me show you what I do when something like that happens. Guys, so I have a little baby that wants to be held, but I'll do my best at showing you what I do when they are having a hard time in a category. So I just go online, literally go to Google and type in different worksheets that I need. So quickly, let me turn some light on. I want to take some time and quickly go over how I do their homeschool packets. So like I said, I go online and just print, not this packet. I go online and print what they've had a hard time with. I literally just put in Google common and proper nouns. I go to the images and I print practice sheets, and we date it and we keep it in here because you always need to keep documentation that you are teaching your children. In case the government ever want to interfere, you're covered. And then this comes with Jeremiah's curriculum. They give you practice sheets of different things that they're working on. So I definitely use tabs to separate the different subjects. And that's just how I make their homeschooling packet. Don't make it difficult. Don't make it complicated. Keep trying stuff until you figure out what works for you guys. Shalom. So don't forget, homeschool your way, the way that works best for you and your family. Enjoy 2020-2021 homeschool year.